I wasn't quite sure what I was getting into with Frostpunk. I haven't played 11-bit's previously starkly grim This War of Mine because, the stark grimness of it all. But after seeing the slightly related Snowpiercer and hungering for a new city builder, I figured Frostpunk would be right up my alley. Taking place in an apocalyptic future where the snow fell, then never stopped falling, your job is to establish a fragile colony inside of a crater near London. At the center of your settlement is a miraculous heat generator that requires a consistent coal supply to keep everyone warm or else the colony will fail. But Frostpunk isn't known as a suffer sim for kicks. Your task is fraught as you struggle to ensure your people are fed and stay busy, not freezing to death. You must divide your colonists into resource gatherers, researchers, explorers, medics, and more, then adjust their ranks as new matters require attention. The small group you start out with is sort of a blessing in disguise, something you don't realize until you find survivors in the wasteland. Suddenly you're retasking your entire colony to ensure the new population can still eat and stay busy, not freezing to death. While all this is happening, you manage your people's hope and discontent. These would be abstract concepts in another game, but as you play Frostpunk, you have to continually convince yourself that you aren't the terrible leader that people say you are, while you make life and death decisions with deep ramifications. Frostpunk is advertised as a city builder / survival game, but somewhere along the line, I thought it'd be more of a traditional strategy game like City Builders. Instead, it's more of a puzzle game. You see, there's little wiggle room for failure in Frostpunk, and by the time you realize you're on the way to crushing defeat, it's far too late to fix it. Time marches on regardless of what you do, and the world gradually becomes even colder. Soon people can't work, and they wind up suffering in their frigid homes if they don't wind up in the hospital or become amputees. If your colonists can't work, they can't gather resources, and then the colony can't stay warm. You see how quickly things can spiral out of control. The game also subverts expectations as to what your next big decision should be. When you're not constantly tweaking staff levels, you're also determining policy that has broad implications for your colony. Like any decent person, you'll be initially appalled at the notion of child labor and non-dangerous occupations, but you'll slowly change your mind as it robs you of a lot of useful labor. You can enact 24-hour shifts when you're in a bad stretch, but at the cost of your people's livelihoods. Eventually, your colonists become doubtful of your leadership and begin staging public displays of dissent. You'll also gain options to endorse a religious following to keep your citizens in line, as well as surveillance. If you don't sneak away enough resources to upgrade your generator, you'll fail to keep anything warm as your colony grows larger and colder. But you're probably not going to figure all this out on the first go-around. While the game is technically only 4 to 5 hours, that 4 to 5 hours requires some extremely good micromanagement and managerial foresight to keep your colony together. Chances are you'll be forced into multiple runs as your people's discontent exiles you to the wasteland over and over. As of yet, I haven't beat Frostpunk, but I hope at some point I'll have enough of the game memorized to solve this twinkling puzzle once and for all.